we're going to start seated on the mat, and make sure if you didn't hear us already, if you have 1, 2 pounds, don't go over 3 for sure. We're just going to come seated, and we're going to stretch out that upper back, kind of the spine to warm up, and we're going to move the weights out of the way. Okay, so comfortable bend in the knees, whatever works for you, and then hands behind the knees, and then sit up nice and tall. So I want you to lift the belly away from the floor, set the shoulders down, and you can use the hands to kind of pull into the back side of the leg. And you're going to take that inhale to prepare. Don't let the ribs open up. And as you close or exhale, close the ribs, think of interlacing, and really try to get that big curl and that big rounding in that upper part of the back too. And then inhale, come up, grow nice and tall. Exhale, curl. And as you inhale and lift, think of lifting the ribs away from the floor. Exhale. Inhale, we'll go one more. And then lengthen. And this time as you lengthen, I want you to pull the shoulders down and back. Don't let the ribs open up. Get that big stretch. And now curl and round, round, round. We're going to be working on some upper back and shoulders. So I really want you to open up the upper back, but also feel like you're broadening the collarbones in the front. And we'll go one more like this. Open up, lengthen the neck, and curl. And grow taller, and let's hold it here. So we're just going to roll ourselves down nice and slow to the mat. So you can use your hands if you feel like you need support right now, or challenge yourself, reach the arms forward, whatever you feel good about. And we're just going down. Hopefully my head
Mine's not.
No. And we're going to get ourselves ready for just some little bridging to kind of loosen up the spine. Continue with that theme. So knees are bent, and I'm going to have you pull the heels just a little closer today. And then open up the shoulders. And for me, I like to rotate palms up. That really helps me open my collarbones. I'm going to pull my belly down to the floor. I'm going to try to flatten out my whole spine. Let my tailbone lift, and then push down into the feet as I peel myself up, trying to keep my knees stable and in line with my ankles and my toes. And then take that inhale, and as you exhale, pull the ribs down. Feel the back side of the ribs slowly melt to the mat. Slow it down in that lowest part of the spine. And then release as soon as you feel that back side of the pelvis. We're going to go 3 more. Exhale. Push down into the earth. Feel like somebody's pulling the knees away from your shoulders as you roll up. Keep the belly pulling in and squeeze those glutes as you roll it down. Keep the knees reaching over the toes and try not to wobble like I do. That's why we're going to go 2 more times. I'm going to work out the key. Pull the ribs down. Flatten out the spine. Roll up. Heel up into that bridge. Come up to your highest bridge. Make sure you're squeezing, not arching the low back. Exhale, roll it down. And we'll go 1 more time. Heel it up. So imprint, lengthen that spine. Shoulders are relaxed. Roll it up. Hold it at the top. Pull those heels to the glutes and exhale. And we are going to extend the legs long. So since we're just warming up right now, don't feel compelled to keep your arms up. If you need help, use your arms as we roll ourselves up. We're going to take that inhale. As we exhale, we're going to roll up. And as the arms start to lower, the crown of the head lifts up and over. Pull the belly back. We're going to reach right forward toward the toes. Reach over and past. Curl and tuck, pull the belly in, and then restack the spine. And as that head comes up, see what my shoulders say? I want to pull them down. And we'll curl it down. I'm pulling my shoulders down and back. I'm trying to keep the back side of my neck long. And exhale. Roll. Reaching for the toes. And reach, reach, reach forward past the toes. Round through the back, tuck. I want you to feel that big stretch and stack yourself back up. Find the sitting bones. I'm going to switch around to face you. We're going to come into a cross-legged position. And we are going to Sit up nice and tall. We're going to take our hands up behind our head. So if you feel like you're one of those people that likes to pull on your head, you can always go to the kind of sides of the head with the fingers. It's just to keep those arms lifted and the shoulders out, down and open in the front. Pull the ribs in. We're going to take an inhale. We're going to rotate, keeping the elbows right where they are as we rotate toward one side. Exhale, come back. And inhale, rotate the other way. I want you to feel a big stretch. Don't let the elbows collapse inward. Try to keep them wide, pulling those elbows back from center. It should feel really good. And you're just kind of pivoting above the pelvis. So one more time to the right. And take that time, that little pause before you come back. And we're going to stay right here. I'm going to have you switch the cross of your legs so we stay balanced. Hands are going to go behind the head or beside the head. Fingertips reaching in, elbows wide. Roll up nice and tall. Lift the rib cage from the floor and curl over to one side. So while you're here, check in on that opposite hip. Pull it down if it's lifted. So we're trying to keep, we're going the other way, trying to keep both sitting bones connected to the floor. And as you curl to one side, that bottom elbow is reaching down while the top reaches up and back. Lift up tall as you curl over. Try to get the ribs as open as you can. And as you lift up and over, take that pause, gather up the belly, use the obliques. We're going to need those warmed up. Last one here. And you are going to just turn around one more time. Knees are going to be bent. Nice and comfortable. This is going to be a little warm, a quick warm, and then we'll move on. So we're going to take the hands behind the knees, but this time light with the hands. So don't rely on your hands. Sit up tall. Curl yourself back. Find that place where you feel like those ribs kind of connect and that belly is pulling back. We're going to take the hands up behind the head. We're going to hold it here. Okay. So if you feel your low back, I like to feel like curl a little deeper. Maybe roll onto the back side of that pelvis a little more. Ribs are pulling in. And we're going to curl up. Lengthen. As soon as you find the top of the sitting bones, you're going to curl yourself back. Try to keep those shoulders down and those elbows wide. And don't go as far as you feel like your feet are going to come up off the floor. And ribs are pulling together like you're interlacing. Take that inhale. Pull the belly back. Curl yourself up. Lengthen. We're going to add one more thing and then we'll move on. Curl it back. You should feel warm. And if you feel a little shaky in your abdominal area, it's warming up. We're going to reach the hands forward. Set those shoulders down and hold. Check in. Shoulders are down and back. Neck is nice and long. You're looking through the knees. Belly is pulling in. And you're going to curl yourself up. Reach the arms straight out. You're going to curl yourself back down. And hold it again. So remember, I like to think also, pull my waistline into the center while my neck is nice and long. I'm light in my head. I'm pulling my belly back up. And curl yourself up. And we're going to come into a mermaid seated position. Your mermaid is as deep in the knees as you want it to be. Okay, we're not going to stay on our knees long, but we are going to stretch. So one arm reaches out to the side. So the leg that's kind of farthest away, same arm reaches to the side. Other arm to the floor. We're going to take an inhale as we scoop up with the arm and around. Reach through the fingers as you come down. Bring the arm back out to the side. We're going to reach it up, over, lengthen, set that shoulder down, pull it down, come back in. And here's your last one on this side. Reach up. Now I'm going to have you rotate, look down to the floor. Feel that big twist in the spine. Come back to center and sweep it out to the T. We'll switch sides. And just comfortable. We're not staying on the knees long. Also, I think you can actually take weight out of that forward knee by pushing into the floor. So back leg, same arm stretches out to the side. Take the inhale. Sweep that arm forward, up and over. Lengthen the spine, pull the shoulders down, and roll. Go for 2. Sweep it up. And come back down. So as you're here, really press that hip forward. Open up the front side. And here's your last one, and we're going to add that rotation. So up and over with the arm. Lengthen the neck, pull the shoulders down, rotate, get that big stretch. Come back through center. Sweep that arm out forward and out to the side. And up.
We are just going to stay right here. So, so Patty, you going to turn around?
Oh, yeah. You guys can see the other side. All right.
All right. So we're just going to stay here. We're going to go ahead and bring those arms into a hug a tree. We're going to kind of match a little bit of what we were doing with Patty. So just this little more oblique position. So when we're in this position here, we're going to feel hopefully a little bit of our waist more. So we have those arms. I have my left leg bent back. All right, so Patty does too. So I'm going to be cueing left, right. So when we're in this hug a tree position, let's make sure the shoulders are down. And let's try to zip up to that belly. Neck is soft, relaxed. We're going to twist towards the left on the exhale. As we inhale, we bring it back to center as we grow tall. And then as we exhale again, we bend to the right. We inhale, grow tall, up to center, exhale to the left. Inhale, grow tall to center, exhale, bend to the right. Inhale, lift, exhale, twist. Inhale, center, exhale, bend. Inhale, lift. 2 more. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, bend. And come up to center. We're going to reverse that. So this time we're going to start with the twist to the right. Exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale, bend to the left. So this is going to be a little shorter. You're going to feel that oblique a lot more. We're going to lift, come back to center, and then we're going to twist to the right. Inhale, center. Bend to the left. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, bend. We have 2 more. And exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift. Last one. And twist. Center. Bend. And lift. And rest those arms. So all we're going to do from this position is we're going to lie onto our side. So we're going to straighten those legs all the way out. And we're going to come up onto our elbow, and we're going to bring that hand to our head. So what's really important here to begin with is I want everyone to feel that they're not just hanging into their arm and their elbow, but they're lifted out of the elbow, and the ribs are lifted from the mat. Other hand comes behind the head, and feet are slightly forward. So we're going to lift the ribs from the floor as we lift our top leg into a flexion. And as we bring that leg forward, we're going to sink the ribs back and down to the floor. And then as we press that leg back, we're going to lift that rib cage up and bring it down and lift it up. Bring that rib cage down as we bring that leg forward. Exhale, lift the rib cage off the floor as we press that leg back. And exhale. Keep the elbows nice and open. Lift that rib cage. Really think as you're lifting the ribs that you're lifting them up and away from the floor. Let's do 2. 1. Bring that leg back. hold. We're going to keep the flexion of the leg. We're just going to lift that leg up, point, and reach it down. And flex and lift, point and down. Keep that rib cage lifted from the floor. And up. 4 more. And up. And lift. And lift. What number is this?
2 more.
2.
I'm good at counting now.
And 1. And rest. Lower yourself all the way down. Let your head rest. So on this one, if you need that kickstand in front with that hand, that's perfectly fine. To make it a little bit more challenging, we bring that arm and we kind of line it up with the top of our body, but we lift it a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Oh, hang on. My earring just got caught.
Oh no.
On my clothing. Okay.
Oh.
So we're going to lengthen those legs. We're going to glue them together and lengthen those legs out. Give yourself a little flexion to that ankle. And this time, as we lift the legs up, we're also going to lift that with the body. Okay? And then we're going to lower back down. And exhale. And down. And up. Really lengthen those legs. It's a lot of balance. Pull that belly in. Reach the head away from the feet as you reach the feet away from the head, like you're pulling your body apart. Let's do 3. And 2. And 1. And rest. Good. We're going to take this arm up over the head and just make sure you're kind of forward on your mat a little bit. And this time we're going to do that little side teaser. Right? So as we come up, we're going to keep the hand that's on the floor. We're going to kind of bring it forward. We're going to lift, putting a little pressure through the hand on the floor, and then we're just going to bring it back. And again. And back. And up. And lift. And lift. 2 more, just like this. Oh, I think I need to take my earring out. It just keeps getting caught. Go 1 more for me, Patty. And 1. Hold. Hold. So you're rested on the hand on the floor. Lower that bottom leg. Lift it up. And down. And lift. And lift. And up. 3 more. 3. 2. And 1. Lower down. And we have 1 more. So if you're on a mat, just make sure you're all the way at the front of the mat. This time as we come up, we're going to go right to that double leg side teaser. So come up, but then let yourself turn onto your glutes. Find that teaser position. Hold. Slowly lower down. All right, I'm going to center myself on my mat. And we are going to come right back up. So we're going to scoop those arms up. We're going to lift those legs right up into that teaser and lower down 1 more. And up. I know. Okay, there's my bobble. That's it. Down. All right, we're going to turn over and do the other side. So, we always have to have a bobble. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm sorry. We're going to start in our mermaid. That's 0. All right. So from here, we're going to start again with just those twisties and bends. So now I have my right leg behind me, kind of bent behind. So we're going to start with the rotation to the right. So we're going to exhale. Inhale as we grow tall to center, and now exhale, bend to the left. Inhale, grow tall to center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, and exhale, bend. Inhale. Exhale, twist. And exhale, bend. Inhale. Really think of that growing tall. Each time you inhale back to center, you're lifting those ribs away from the pelvis. Twist, center, bend, lift. One more. Twist, center, bend, and lift. Now we reverse that. So we twist now to the left. We inhale to center. We bend to the right. Really feeling that over. Lift up to center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift back to tall. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, bend. Inhale, up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, bend. Lift, two more. And twist. Center. Bend. Lift. Last one. Twist. Center. And bend. And lift. Hands come down. Go ahead and straighten those legs all the way out. Come down. This one we're on that elbow. So we're resting. Our hand is on the head. But you're not really resting here, right? We're lifted from the ribs, like we talked about before. We're going to bring those feet slightly forward. So we have just a little bit of a break at our hip. They're not completely straight out. They're slightly forward. We're going to flex that top leg. We're going to think of lifting it just till it's hip height. Lift those ribs. Take that other hand behind the head. And this time as we bring that leg forward, we go ahead and sink the ribs down to the floor. And then we exhale, lift those ribs away from the floor as we press that leg back. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And forward. And up. Really lift those ribs. You should be able to see all the way from your hip, all the way to that armpit, up off that floor. 2. Keep those elbows open. 1. And bring that leg back. Hold this position. Lift those ribs from the floor. Flex that top leg. Lift it up. Point and lower it down. Flex and lift. Point and lower. And keep those ribs lifted. Keep lifting out of that elbow. Let's do 2 more. And 2. And 1. And we're going to lower down. You bring that head right on top of that hand or that arm. The other hand you can use as that kickstand if you need to. Otherwise, it comes on top of the body, lengthens. So glue those legs together, flex those ankles. Now those legs are coming straight out from the hips. We're going to lift the legs as we lift the upper body, kind of reaching towards the feet with our hand. Inhale, lower down. You don't have to come up very high. Exhale. So start slow and small, right? And up. And try not to use momentum, because if you use momentum to come up, you're going to fall over. And exhale.
Or Phyllis, if you're watching, you know our problem.
And down 2 more. And exhale. And last one. And down. We're going to bring that arm overhead. So we're going to go into that kind of side little teaser. Right? So as we come up, we're going to bring that other hand onto the floor as we lift. And then we're going to sweep that arm up overhead. And we're going to do that again. And down. And up. And down. And up. And lift. Let's do 2. And we're holding. Okay, bottom leg lowers and lifts and lowers and lifts. Keep lifted as high as you can with that upper body. Try not to round through the shoulders. 3, 2, one, and scoop it down. So on this one, I'm gonna bring myself all the way to the front of my mat. So we'll start with that side teaser. So we'll come up to there. All right, once we get to the side teaser, we're just gonna roll onto those glutes. Lift that other arm up, hold that teaser, slowly lower down, sweep those arms around, come right back up. Hold, shoulders down, and lower. One more time, and up. Hold, lift the legs a little higher, lift the chest, drop those shoulders, and lower down. Woo. It's shaking there towards the end.
Yes.
Okay, Patty's up.
All right. That'll be fun. All right. So have your weights handy. So you can not have to walk away. And then extend the legs. Long. Arms are going to come up overhead. And think of how we did our arms with the teaser. We're going to sweep them out to the side and reach for the toes as we touch and lift the chest. And we'll roll with it. Should be a little harder. And forward fold, grab your toes. Stretch the spine out. Think of lengthening, relaxing that spine. If you're flexible, you can draw the toes in, let the head hang. And then slowly rebuild. We're going to roll ourselves down one more time. So arms are going to come forward. We're going to roll it down. Shoulders are pulling down and back. And arms are coming up over. They're going to sweep out to the side. As they reach for the toes, the chin tucks to the chest, and we'll stretch it out one more time forward. We'll just hang out here. Try to get stretchy at the back side. So I want you to really let the upper body relax. And then we're nice and slowly going to come up. And we're going to come up to a standing position. We're going to work on shoulders and arms. So you can always opt for no weights, okay? If you feel like this might be too much on the shoulders. And also, you don't have to lift the arms up as high when we do some of this work, so I'll walk you through that too. So we're going to start with just a little bend in the knees, just a little bend, more than like the soft knee, just more of a little slight deeper bend. And feet are comfortable and you're grounded to the floor. So feel all the toes, lift from that center of the foot, so that arch of the foot. Let the weights take those shoulders down, and as you draw the arms up, focus on pulling those shoulders down and then bring them down. So we'll work a little faster. Exhale. Inhale, lower. Exhale. Inhale, lower. So my belly is lifted, and if you don't want, if you're feeling shoulders, just don't lift as high. But I want you to feel like the weights are kind of light in your hands. And as you draw them up, the weight of the weight is kind of pulling your arm down. And as you lower, feel resistance. Exhale. Inhale. Go for 3. And you're drawing up from the front of the shoulder, okay? And to avoid the tension, you want to keep those shoulders down and that neck long. And here's your last one. Hold it up and pause. So my fingers are really light on my weights. I'm going to open the arms up to a T as far as I don't pop out my chest, okay? And then go right in close. So we'll inhale, open, shoulders are pulling down, exhale, close. Inhale. So as you inhale, you breathe through the nose, and as you exhale, like you're blowing through a straw, so that you get those abs really engaged with that exhale. So that's what's stabilizing here. We're going to go for 4. Inhale. As you blow out, feel the belly pull tighter. And last 2. And pause right here. You're going to bend at the elbows. Elbows are out front, or they can lower down, whatever feels good. We're going to straighten the arms out and bend at the elbows. So my shoulders are pulling down my back. My collarbones are wide. I'm going to exhale as I fully inhale through the nose. As you exhale, as you bend the arms, pull the belly deeper. Go for 4. There's 3. And 2. And 1. Hold it here. Let those weights be heavy in the hands and pulse it up. So as I'm pulsing up, I'm trying to draw my shoulders down, pulling my ribs back. We'll take a break after this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower the arms, roll out the shoulders. Take a first break. So it's a lot of shoulder work, but for shoulder people, you know, you have to build up the muscle around the shoulders. Okay. Back into position. We're going to bend soft in the knees or a little deeper if you want. Toes are connected, arches are lifted. You're going to bring those arms up, straight out. Bend so the elbows are right out in front of the shoulders. We're going to open the right arm to the side, punch it up, pull it down, bring it forward. Bring it out to the side, punch it up, forward. So let's go. Exhale, inhale, exhale, here. I want you to feel the lat, so that muscle that kind of runs down the side of the rib cage, okay? And punch it up. Pull it down. Don't let the shoulder come up. Let's go for 2. And here's your last one. And bring it forward, switch sides. Left elbow, punch, pull, forward. Open, reach, pull, forward. Punch it up from that bicep. Use the shoulder, pull it down. So you want to feel that upper back connected, the back side, the collarbone, or sorry, the shoulder blade. Collarbone. 3 and 2. Here comes the gardener. And 1. And hold it here, relax the arms and take a quick pause. So we're going to go for a wider, or arms out, palms up. So you're kind of in that upside down V shape, okay? And we're going to bend the elbows. So the elbows are at my sideline, my waistline. And I'm going to go a little external with my toes. I'm going to bend into my knees. Little tiny bend. And I'm going to reach the arms straight out from the shoulders and then pull them in. So let's go. Inhale, exhale, inhale. So mind that front side of the body. You're pulling the ribs together and back. You're inhaling through the nose. Full exhale as you pull those elbows in. Pull them in. Don't let the weights don't let that relax happen here. Reach away, use the muscles, and as you exhale, pull in. So 4. Or sorry, 3. I always did 3. And 2. And 1. And you're going to hold it here. We're going to pulse the arms up into that kind of goal pose and pulse down. Back to the sides of the body. Up, little tiny pulses, and down. So remember, belly is lifted. Go for 4. Inhale, breathe, a quicker breath. And last one. Up, 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 down, down. And roll up. I'm going to go to a side position so you can see. We're going to get into a hinge at the hips. And yeah, that's perfect. And you want to kind of lengthen that spine. So more than shoulders now, we're going to work that upper back. So my arms are going to be long, kind of hanging down toward the floor. Palms are rotated in. I'm going to hinge at that hip joint, okay? Not a rounding in the back, all right? A nice length in the back, length in the spine. Tailbone out behind me, neck is long. And you go deep into the knees as much as it feels good for you. Deeper is harder. And then I want my elbows rounded and out to my sides, and I want my shoulders being drawn down. So softness in the elbows. And then leading with the shoulder blades, I want you to pull the elbows up and slowly draw the arms down. So let's exhale as we lift. Inhale, press together. Exhale, lift. Inhale, close. Shoulders are pulling down the back. My belly is pulling in. My ribs are pulling in. So think of a plane here. Your shoulders are drawn down from the ears, and you're just trying to focus on kind of sliding the shoulder blades around the back side of the ribs. Drawing those shoulder blades together. Let's go for 4. And exhale. 3, shoulders pulling down.
Right.
2,
Mark senses the slide.
and last one. Let's stay where you are. We're going to add rotation. So my right arm is going to stay rounded and down. Left elbow is going to draw up as I rotate and look toward the weight. Bring it down. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, rotating from the rib cage. Trying to keep the pelvis still. Exhale. 5. Upper back, shoulders are drawn down. And 3. Use those obliques. And last one. And switch sides. Rotate, look to the right elbow or the right palm. Come down. Rotate from the rib cage. Inhale up. Exhale. Find that kind of connection, that grounding to the floor with the feet. The belly is lifted. The ribs are coming back. 5. Exhale through the mouth. Get all the air out of the lungs. And here's 2. And last one. And nice and slowly come up straight and roll up the shoulders. And we are, what are we doing? We're going to do heels up. This is a challenge, okay? Thanks, Cyndie. This was fun, okay? So you may wobble a little, but you'll have to correct, you'll have to go slow. So arms are hanging down in front of you, rounded in the elbows. So we'll start with the same thing. We're not going to add rotation. So lengthen out that spine, pull the shoulders down. We're going to lift the heels cold. Doesn't have to be high. And now open the elbows. So exhale. Inhale. And if you're on a mat, it's harder. Yes. But it's a challenge. You should be working calves, a little quads, arch of the foot. Keep that spine long, and that belly is what's helping with that balance. All the toes. 5. And 4. And 3. Nice. Thanks for reminding me. 2. This is a good one. And 1. And arms come down, heels come down. Oh, that was tough. That was good. Okay, I'm going to have us stretch out the spine. Drop your weight. We'll do a little stretchy. And then maybe move on. Yes. Okay.
We get to do more abs.
Yes. Yeah. Yay. Okay. So chin is just going to fall to the chest. Okay. Try to relax and breathe slow. Let the arms kind of angle and feel that big opening in the spine. So pull the belly up. I want you to feel that kind of release. And then kind of hang out here. So while you're here, trying to keep the toes, maybe even pushing into the floor, kind of feeling a little bit like you might be falling forward just to keep those hips over the ankle. And then let's take an inhale, gather it all up. Lift the belly, look up to the ribs or the belly button, and roll it up. Slow it down as you get to that upper back. And we'll go one more time. Chin to chest. Roll it down, slow it down in that upper part of the back today. And let's bend the knees, hands come to the floor. Arms are going to go outside the knees. We're just going to flatten out the back. Press into the fingers of the hands, lift the chin, set those shoulders down. And let's just curl. We're going to stay here. Just round. And then press into the fingers, lengthen, send the tailbone out behind you, opposite of the crown of the head. And curl.
Are we staying?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. That feels good too. And then you're going to stay right here. Into your next segment.
All righty.
What are we doing?
We are going to come down onto our backs, and we're going to go to tabletop position. So we're just kind of keeping on this abdominal plus oblique focus. So we can put the weights away. We're not going to be using those. And We're just going to stay here. And we're going to place our hands just right on our low belly. Right? And we're going to just do a couple of little releases to that low back. So as we exhale, just like in the beginning of class, as we started our bridge, we're going to pull that belly back. We're going to feel that back pressing or into the mat, but we're not going to lift our spine. We just feel the tailbone. So we're in that really deep tuck. And then we just kind of unwind from that tuck, bringing our tailbone back to the floor. Let's just do that a couple more times. Exhale, scoop out that belly. Feel that back flatten into the mat. You feel the glutes engage. You feel a little pressure through your feet. And then releasing the spine, releasing the glutes. And the pressure, everything just coming back to this relaxed position. One more time. Exhale. Flattening through that back. Feeling that belly pulling away from those hands. And then releasing. And resting. We're going to place our hands behind your head. If this bothers anyone's shoulders for whatever reason, you just either keep the arms up to the ceiling or down by your side. All the work can be done that way as well. So from here, we're going to keep the hands on the floor, but we're going to go back to a tuck. We're going to scoop out that belly. Going into that tuck. All we're going to do is we're going to curl up towards our knees, maintaining the tuck of the pelvis. So you might feel that you can't come up as high and then curl back. Again, reconnect to the tuck, exhale, lift. Keep the head pressing gently into the hands so that it stays heavy. Keep the elbows open and lift with heart. In 2 more. Exhale. Inhale. 1 more. And come down and just relax that tuck. All right. So this time, we're going to stay to one side, right? So we're going to keep our left leg down. And as we exhale, we're going to lift the right to a tabletop as we curl up and over towards that right leg. Exhale, lift and curl. And lower the leg as you come back to the floor with the head. Exhale, scoop, same side. And down. And up. And down. And up. So try not to pull with the head. Try to lift with the chest. Keeping the elbows pretty open. Let's do 2. And 1. Let's switch to the other side. And exhale. And up. Really try to twist from that waist. Let's do 3. 2. 1. Back to center. We're going to lift both those legs to tabletop. All right, staying in your neutral this time. We're just going to curl up to center. Lift. And down. And up. Lifting with that chest. Keeping that head just resting into those hands, right? So as you come up, when you're in this lifted position, you should be able to talk. And down. And up. 3 more. 3. And 2. And 1. And down. Send that left leg out to extension. Curl up to the right. Now switch your legs, curl to the left. We're staying lifted. Let's do a few more. We are landing on the right. Hold, lift and lower that left. Lift a little higher. Reach that elbow towards that knee. Really twisting through that upper body. 3, 2, 1. Lower that leg, switching out. and lower, or lift and lower. Lift that elbow a little higher. Twist with that body a little bit more. 3 more. And 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Stretch those legs out, bring those arms up overhead. Nice big stretch. And then we're going to bring it back. We're going to take those hands again, back behind that head. And this time we're going to bring our legs into a frog. So heels together, toes apart. So once we get here, let's check into the body. Can you feel the rib cage on the mat behind you or on the floor? Let's take a nice exhale. And as you exhale, sink the ribs. Feel them melt into the floor. And then I want you to keep them there, right? No arching through the back. We're just going to lower the heels down. And then you're going to lift them right back up. Let's inhale as we lower. And exhale. Hold the belly in to lift. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And really scoop up that belly. Inhale. Inhale. One more. Hold, curl up, look at your heels, press them out. Inhale in, keep those elbows open. Lower down. Just a little more. Pull that belly back. You still need to feel those ribs on the mat. Let's do 3, 2, 1. Bend it in, lower down, and stretch those legs out. And just kind of straighten, shake them out. We're going to come back to feet flat, and we're just going to kind of stretch out the spine a little bit before we come up and stretch. So we're going to do full bridging, just like we did with Patty in the beginning of the class. So as you exhale, let's do palms up. Relax the shoulders, open that collarbone. And then let's exhale, scoop that belly in. Feel that back flatten, press into the feet and curl up. Come all the way up to your bridge, hold. Take your inhale. Exhale, soften from the shoulders. Keep reaching to the knees, curl down. All the way to your knees. Let's do that again. And scoop out that belly. Press into the feet. Hold at the top, inhale. Exhale. Roll it down 2 more times. And up. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Exhale. And exhale again. All the way down. We're going to lengthen those legs out. Hands are going to come to the ceiling. If you need your hands for help, go ahead. We're going to tuck that chin. We're going to curl up. We're going to reach for those toes, stretch it out. Pull those toes towards you if you can. Try to flatten out that back. Pull those shoulders away from the ears. And then we're going to slowly curl all the way back up. And we're going to sit with our left leg in front of the right. And then from here, we're just going to bring those hands in front of you. And we're going to try to stay in this nice lifted spine position. So right here, kind of straighten up to that spine, pull those shoulders down, and just walk the hands forward till the chest, lead with the chest, not the rounding of the back. And then just drop those elbows and hold. Relax through the hips. And then melt through the spine as the head comes down. And put a little pressure down in the hands, almost like you're trying to slide them forward as you press the hips back towards the floor. And then slowly walk yourself back. And then go ahead and restack up to that spine. And we're just going to do that on the other side. So bring that other leg in front. And again, hands come in front. I kind of come to my fingertips first because I'm not quite as flexible. So I'm going to lift my spine from here. Fingertips are on the floor, shoulders are down. And then I lead with my chest as I walk forward. And I get as far as I can, and then I try to let my elbows drop to the floor, just as far as I feel I can. And once I'm here, I let my hips relax. And then from here, I round, dropping the head. And I feel that little pressure down into my hands as I really round through the spine. And then I slowly walk myself back in my rounded spine position. And I get to this point and I stack it up. I bring my hands out to the side. Let's just do a breath. Let's inhale. Exhale. Press those hands down. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. The ladies are done.